Hello friends, welcome back to another awesome video. So today we will be visiting the heart of the UAE's culture, aka the Heritage Village. So this themed village is actually full of UAE's previous life, and also it displays how Emirati people lived before they became this rich. Now, here are a few details about the Heritage Village. So, Abu Dhabi's Heritage Village, a family friendly spot to experience the traditional way of life in the desert. The village is an immersive time capsule with an old world souk, market, mosque, and camp modeled on life in pre modern UAE. Located on the Marina Mall Island close to the city center, the traditional oasis village offers a glimpse of the UAE's past. Here you can shop, discover artifacts, and watch artisans make pottery, blow glass, and weave fabric on a loom. The village is also home to the Emirates Heritage Club, which hosts workshops for traditional crafts. You can watch craftsmen demonstrate traditional skills such as metalwork, pottery, weaving, and spinning yarn. They may even let you try your hand at their trade too. Don't forget to check out the village's little spice shop, which offers a range of dried herbs, handmade soaps, and plenty of souvenirs to take home to family and friends. Now, this is the village mosque that I was talking about. As you can see, it looks very old and it has the fort type feeling of the previous Arabian areas. And now, this room is actually for the Imam, the person who leads the prayer. Heritage Village is a fantastic reconstructed Arab village depicting on the Emiratis' life before oil was discovered in the nation. The place features the Bedouin lifestyle with a dash of a campfire, traditional tents made of goat's hair, coffee, and a display of the Falaj irrigation system. Heritage Village is an ideal place to experience and learn the ways of traditional Gulf life and its other techniques. There are also demonstrations of customary skills shown by artisans, such as weaving and spinning by women, metalwork and pottery if you ask for it. The craftsmen may also give you a chance to try them. There is also a small shop selling various products, including handmade soaps, dried herbs, silver jewelry, clothes, and much more. Now, the Heritage Village is a really nice place to visit. To know the heritage of the past, beautiful collection of coins and other old items. Kids will have lots of knowledge and will have fun time with the camel and ride over it. Entry is free. A view of city from Heritage Village breathtaking. A must-visit place, I would say. Now, here is a clip of the ancient swings, and Walid was the first one to ride it. And this is an ancient well. Now, as you can see, this ancient well is decorated by a bunch of flowers. And now this is an area where racing was held. And as you can see, these were small waiting areas were for people to watch the races. Now, out in the ocean, this is where they were probably doing boat racing. This is the majlis, the seating area. This same type of or seating area was also used in camel racing competitions. Now, if you'll notice, if after we zoom in a little, you can see there's a boat that is actually shaped like a car, which is very strange, as I would say. Now, here are the soaks that I was talking about, but they are currently closed at the time that we are visiting. And the next place we are going is this Heritage Museum. Inside, there will be a lot of Easter eggs and very fun things to see about UAE's past. It also includes a few things about the other countries' past, such as China, which one of them will be very interesting. Now, the first place we are going to see is some of the old ancient pictures. You can see this is the time where they're doing an agreement about the UAE and how the leaders of the different parts of the UAE were meeting up. And these are ancient coins from different countries. And here are a few ancient books. This must be an ancient Quran. There are two extra cases with more ancient coins. And as you can see, there are more interesting things, such as the Chinese elements you can see. Now, there are three ancient emblems. And on the sign, it says that there are three monkeys. The monkeys are each doing something else. The first monkey is closing its eyes, the second is closing its ears, and the third is closing its mouth. We are not exactly sure what it means. Now here are some very ancient pots that were used to keep mad things. And also here we have some very old guns, especially the long ones. And on the bottom you can see a few bullets that were used in these guns. Now there are more ancient guns and weapons, such as axe, swords, and more. Other than swords and guns, there were also a few daggers, such as small knives used to fight animals and hunt them. And here are a few more ancient coins from the Middle Eastern countries, such as Kuwait and more. And here are a few luxury ancient watches. And these are the rarest items here, because they are 100 years old. And here are a few more swords. Alongside the fort defense, if the enemies ever got inside, they would use these weapons. There are a few ancient biographies written by the rulers of the UAE. More ancient pottery, along with a few more small ancient knives. Here are bows and arrows used for fighting. Now here are a few amulets and luxury jewelry from other countries, and also small ancient toy-looking things. Here in this section, the thing that surprised me most was on the left, the fossilized eggs. The next small museum we are going is a boat museum. This will display how ancient fishing and boats were just like. Now, if we'll come in here, you can see this is an ancient boat, probably used for fishing. This isn't exactly big enough to accommodate a big number of people. There are also small models here and there. That ship that Hamza went to was actually probably the ones you can see inside a bottle. Now, before the oil was discovered in the nations, pearl diving and fishing was a major part of the UAE's economy. Here is an ancient model of a majlis. Alongside guide maps, there are 3D models of the entire heritage village to guide you along the way. There are also a few awards and metal boxes for storage. This is the largest boat that is currently here. There are also small models such as this. And also there are small weaponry models like that cannon you saw. Here is another part of the souk where you can buy spices and handmade pottery and souvenirs for your family and friends, but it's currently closed right now. Now, if we go inside of here, you can see that there are more museums that will show us the ways of ancient life and how many people survived during this time. You can see that there are ancient kanduras and clothing for people, and also ancient jewelry and weapons, and also photos that showed how people used them. Here is one of the most advanced types of bows and arrows during the time. There is also a container to store the arrows and a model of different arrows. Now this may not look like it, but this is actually this is actually armor to protect the people who are fighting. And here are a few guns the guns for war. And is also stone with a few messages written on them. In this box you can see there is a belt of missiles, and alongside it there are guns and arrows and other sorts of weaponry. Here you can see more ancient coins. Now if you're wondering what these books are, they're actually books of the Quran, but they are a bit hard to understand because of how old they are. Now since the Quran was written back at the time you saw of an ancient ink bottle. Now here there are tools that were used for fishing, and there are models of animals such as pufferfish, crab, and starfishes. These small microscope looking things were actually used to study pearls and determine their values. This is some sort of calendar used by fishermen at that time. Now, as you can see, below that boat, there is a type of fishing net, and back there was also another type of fishing net. And there are models of boats and other tools used to measure the speed and determine where they are. Now, to go to our next stop, we need to cross a small bridge. This part of the museum is where ancient awards were stored. They're not exactly ancient, but they are quite old. They are given from every type of division across the world. Now, since we are currently now going to approach the end of this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also for people who love history and want to study the UAE's past, I would highly recommend this place. Now, if you love history and like to study history and about the UAE's past and what you've learned from this video, please comment down below and tell me what you've learned. Now, we are reaching the end of this video. Thank you and bye bye.